So first thing first, guys, these are the 3 sets of LED pods that I'm using on the Lexus GX470, what we're about to use now, because I'm about to show you what they are exactly. They came with a warranty card in case something goes wrong with them. You put your information there and send them back to Matthew. He will take care of you real quick. He got great customer service of RAM products. And this set right here, it's amber. This is just, a paper to cover the lens. That's a nice touch. This one is another set of amber. They both are spot, okay? I'm gonna explain why. And the other set, of course, is white diffuse. You can see the lens right there. And these old ones right here are the same diffuse lights. These are my old ones. So this is what I was using, or you probably start thinking, about the trailer video. So I'm swapping these lenses to this set right here, and then this set right here inside, which means which is the chrome part inside, has like a flood pattern inside here. So I'm probably gonna swap that lens to these ones right here to have like a flood looking. I don't know, I'm gonna have to play with that. Probably I'll just leave them like that because these are gonna be diffuse and this one is just gonna be spot, so probably that'll be perfect. Yeah, probably I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play with them anyways. So this is what is inside the 2 LED cubes. Have the whiting for each set. Nice water protector or weather protector. They are like 14 gauge and they are copper, so that's a good sign. You got your fuse right here and you got your switch, waterproof, positive, negative, and that's it. Oh, and your relay is in here, and you have plenty of wire to run on whatever you want to install them, as long as your stainless steel hardware to mount the LED pods. Now you are wondering how many lumens are these right here. These particular ones are 1880 lumens. Nope. Each LED pod. Okay, so anyways, in case you want to find more information, go visit offramproducts.com. I'm gonna leave the link on the description below. You will find tons of information of these lights. These lights are good quality. They are no bull crap. Okay, I'm gonna start with the installation. Very simple. We're gonna remove the fog light, and for the first time I'm gonna start using some new toys right here. So it looks like we have a 10mm. It's a 10mm on the side. We're gonna remove that real quick. So this thing is loose now, and I believe there is a clip on this side, so don't forget to unplug your harness. Sorry for that. Just like that, got your fog light. So I remember on my previous install I have to get rid of these two bumps on the top, and I remember grinding them to make the LED cube fit, because it's so big. I'm gonna use the old ones as an example. So you see that it's on the way, so we're gonna have to get rid of that. On the side we have to get rid of the same thing, the one on the top, and probably some of these right here to make them fit. Alright guys, I forgot to record, but this is what I'm using right here, a grinder with this blade right here. This blade is a little bit too short, but I'm gonna make it work. I already grind probably half the first bump on the top. stuff like that. So this is how it looks like after I grind the bumps. As you can see, I damaged a little bit here, but it's not gonna be seen anyways. Now I'm gonna test fit the old LED pods in here and see if they're gonna work. I like my LED pods to be sticky in, and I want this corner matching the edge of the bumper. It's gonna be tight, that's for sure, but to me it's fine. It's almost there. That's not bad. I might have to push it back a little bit. I still have room. You see the bump, we got plenty clearance on the back. This is how it looks on the bottom. So now I'm gonna put the other one and see how it's gonna look like. Remember, you get these LED pods, you might have to flip this over because they sit this far. When they come, you know, from factory, if you flip them over, they get short like that. So keep in mind that. I am just playing right now with them just to make sure they fit. This might have to go a little bit to the front, but yeah, it's gonna sit on the bottom bump, and this edge, this corner matching the edge right there. This is how I set them up on my previous GX470. For the other ones, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might make them flush with this one, or I probably stick them out a little bit. I'm gonna have to play with that because that's gonna be new to me. I just finished my medicine, guys. It's a tea. I've been sick for the last 3-4 days, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I had to leave work earlier today, but anyways, this side, like I say, is new to me, so it took me a little while to do this freaking hole and try not to mess it up. But yeah, this is the hole, and I still don't know how I'm gonna mount that LED pod because of the shape of that. So I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. But hopefully I can fix that. The tools that I use here is this metal blade from a sawzall. I don't have a sawzall, but yeah, it's pretty easy. It just takes time. This is what I did first. I cut that right here. Of course, you know, I measure the square of the LED pod here, cut it by hand, then cut it here, then cut the bottom. Well, actually cut this corner, and then I bend it over trying to break it in, and then I cut it like that. But you can use a blade. You just have to be very careful because look at that, I pinch the finger, and then I start cutting here because I wanted the light as closest to this one right here so it doesn't look funny. And as you can see, I left that little square right there, and then I cut the top because this stay flush with the top, so this one need to be the same way. Thanks to the light, you know, you can make it longer or shorter, so that's a plus. So this is pretty much how it's gonna look like. As you can see, it's pretty much flush right there, and then this one, of course, it's gonna be like that. Oh, now talking about this, I did something new. As you can see, I burned and pushed all that plastic because this part right here, this corner, was hitting. And I remember on my previous GX, it used to push the light like that, and it was causing me problems and fitting problems here with the other one. So hopefully this works. If not, I'm gonna have to cut it to make it, you know, fit better. I'm gonna be playing with these guys, just trying to make things better. I mean, this is not like a cleanest, super, you know, heavy duty job, but it's gonna do the job. This bumper is not gonna stay here forever. I'm gonna do a metal bumper. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. It's getting late and I start doing the holes. You have two options: or you remove the whole bumper to make a straight hole, or do whatever I'm doing right here. I'm using a very small bit and just going in like an angle, like little by little, you know, just playing around. Make sure, you know, put your LED pod right here, make sure it's aligned, make sure you are doing it fine, and then just keep, you know, going around. Right now I put this thing right here and I push it. I prefer this hole being tight than leave the bolt in there loose. I don't know, it's just me, but I prefer this tight. So that's what I'm doing. I still have to do the other side, and this is gonna be a challenge. I don't know what I'm gonna do here yet, but alright guys, I still got my eyes outside. My ass. So I just finished installing one side. As you can see, this one's still poking out a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna fix it later or just leave it like that. This is just a little bit. That one is fine. This one is fine. I mean, but yeah, so just, you know, I have one washer on top, a nut, and a washer on the bottom. And on this one, I have a nut and one washer. In this one right here, I was fighting for a little while. The angle of this bumper, you see what I'm saying? It was, anytime that I was tightening it, it make the light crooked. So I ended up putting one nut that, you know, it doesn't thread on the bolt. The other one does thread. So that helped to be stable, you know, whenever I tighten it. It healed the light a little bit, like probably 1/8. You see that gap right there. It's the next day, guys. So this is how this side looks like. Pretty close. That one is leaning a little bit. I might fix it later, or I don't know. Anyways, I'm starting this side. I've been here for the last hour probably, and I should wire the other one while I was doing this, because now, you know, I don't have this hole right here. I'm gonna have to do it under, which is gonna be a little bit more hard. So I'm gonna cut this harness right here. This is, you know, the harness for your original fog light. We're not gonna be using it. In case you are trying to go back, just, you know, cut it all the way up here so you can rewire back whenever you want. I'm probably not gonna do it, so I'm just gonna cut it right here at the end, so I have, you know, that extra wire. The black and white is your negative and the green is your positive. That's simple. So this is the amber one, and as you can see, I'm gonna use the old wire harness that I was using previously, so I don't have to cut, you know, the other one over there, the brand new one. So yeah, I'm not gonna use a relay for this because these already have a relay in there and I never have trouble with it. So good Lord of mercy, guys, I've been fighting with this path for a long time, probably hour and a half, but it looks better than the other one. As you can see, it doesn't look so crooked like the one over there. Probably gonna fix it. I did something wrong with the hole. I mean, it looks pretty much the same like the one on that side, but somehow I couldn't put the I mean, yeah, I could have put the nut in there, but, you know, it keep bending a lot. So I put the same nut, the same two nuts. And as you can see, I did some bending and hammering to make it work. And I just now finish it, fighting with it. And it's very tight and pretty much straight. You see that one right there? It's leaning a little bit this way. You can see the gap. So probably I'm gonna have to bend that plate on the back. I did it with those pliers right there, and chisel and hammer. Just to let you know, guys, this, I mean, you're gonna have to play with this in case anyone wants to do this. I don't know if I'm gonna do the wiring right now because my feet is freezing. It's freaking cold. That pod is already connected, but I'm gonna connect the other pod and maybe switch the lenses. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm gonna switch the lenses and then I'm just gonna call it a day. It's January 24th. It's been like more than 10 days and I've been very sick. Today is more than 50 degrees. It's been very rough this last week, very cold. So I'm gonna start wiring the other pair of LED cubes. Got the wiring right here. Of course, I'm not gonna be running those switches right there. I have a separate switch for it. It's one switch that, you know, can do the job of two. All right, guys, so this is what I came with this idea. So I just put together the two sets of them, you know, two of them is for one side and the other two for the other side, of course. And they go together here for now. The two relays are right here. Got two powers, two grounds, two switches. Of course, the switches are gonna go inside the cab. As you can see, I run the wire through this hole right here. Comes out here, all organized on three different pieces. Two grounds, two powers, and the two wires for the switches. I already got my lights out because it's getting dark. Before, on my previous GX, I remember I took off the, you know, the PVC tube or whatever it's called that, and run the wires by itself because, you know, it takes less space. And I remember it, I run it through that nipple right here. But since I have two of these and I really don't want to mess with this cover right here, so there is another nipple right there. You see this nipple right here that comes off from here. So I cannot measure from this. This is from the hood, you know, the hood releaser. It's like 6 inches from here to there. If you go inside the cab, go under here. You see, this is your wire for the hood. It goes right there on the top. And you measure 6 inches all the way up there. So that is nothing. It's only that cover or sound dampener that you're gonna have to drill out. I don't think there is wires in between that, so I'm gonna risk it, but still, because I'm planning to put a big ass freaking amplifier here where it's not gonna be big, it's gonna be small. I'm gonna get rid of that piece of crap and put a 3000 or 5000 watts amplifier, and it's gonna run a really thick double 0 gauge wire to that amplifier. You know, I have a big ass freaking sub right on the back. So I'm thinking right now what to do. You guys, if you don't have freaking audio system like I do, you can run your wires through here. There is no problem with that. You can probably fit 3 of them here, and all you have to do is just cut this and run them inside there. You see this 4 gauge wire? That's for, it's a 1200 watts amplifier, and that's exactly what I did. You know, it fits right there. All I did is just cut the nipple and run the wire through that. Now my problem is here. I don't know what to do with these two. That should be a good option to run a big ass wire through that hole. All I have to do is just make it bigger. Yeah, probably I'm gonna punch that right there. And this is a good thing about watching my videos, guys, because I'm doing all this before you do it. As you can see, that's my drill bit. It's all the way in the top. So probably there is no wires in there for sure. I don't think. As you can see, that's my drill, and that's the hole right there. So you have to go through that. I'm gonna make it bigger. I just punch it now just to make sure there is no wires or anything else in there. It's only the insulation. So I'm just gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna cut this nipple. I'm gonna run the wire through here, and that'll be it. If you're wondering how to make a hole here, I use a knife, very sharp knife. Just be careful. I cut around that. You can do that if you want, or you can, hopefully you can see this. I already cut it, you know. So you're gonna have to fight with this and try to push this thing up, you know, the nipple like that. As you can see already, that stop fall apart too, which is good. But you can do this first, and then what I did is I cut the nipple with a knife, and then as you can see, I just push this thing out again, and the other part comes out, and you will have a hole right there. I don't know if you saw that, but that's the way I did it. So just push this thing out, cut the nipple. Once you cut the nipple, the other part will come loose. Of course, you cut it from the back, or you can use your drill and drill it, and that'll be good too. All right, guys, before you do all that, have to change plans. As you can see, anyways, I have to cut those terminals because I don't want to be using it. That's number one. I already make the hole bigger on this, and I try to fit the wires through there. Only one of these fit well. So the next step I'm gonna be doing right here, I'm pulling the flex tubbing out of the shrink right here. You have to maneuverate this very careful. So I'm gonna run all 6 wires in one, which one of these will fit perfectly there, and you got the extra space to run the other 3 in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. That didn't work very well, but once again, this is the good thing about watching videos like mine. So as far as I can go with this is like probably 10 inches, and that's already spraying some WD-40 in there, and I didn't have no lock. But there is another solution for this. So I'm gonna get rid of 2 wires right here, which are gonna be the grounds, and I'm gonna explain you why. Grounds, you can get any ground inside the cab for whatever you need, even for a big amplifier. By the way, you know, you are running a lot of power like an amplifier. I already have pretty good grounds right there. That's a 4 gauge. I'm gonna be replacing it for 0 gauge, and I have another one right there. As you can see, they are 4 gauge, all copper. So all my electrical is pretty good so far. I still gotta run a big freaking wire from the alternator to the battery, but that's gonna be on another video, on a separate video. It's just audio, you know. But you know, you have any regular electrical system, I don't think it's gonna affect you. These are LEDs, they are very efficient, they don't drop a lot of amperage. But so the way this works is you get ground, power, and this is power for your switch. I'm gonna turn this on, and the light is gonna come on. So the blue, if you disconnect the blue, that light is gonna turn off, and this light is gonna stay on. So if you disconnect the ground here from the switch, the light here on your switch is gonna be off, but your light still is gonna be on. Still works the way it's supposed to. The only thing is the light here is not gonna work. So anyways, like I said, you can get a ground in the cab anywhere. So that's gonna give me space right here for the flex tubbing. So I'm gonna get rid of the 2 grounds right there. So I got all 4 wires in here. I already cut the 2 grounds. They're laying somewhere in the ground. Now I struggle with this 10 to 15 minutes. If you don't have the patience, the other thing you can do is just cut this freaking thing on half and just put the wires in there and then just tape it. This is how it's looking like so far. As you can see, it looks pretty good. It's very tight. That's what she said, but yeah, that's what I wanted. So I'm gonna leave the power for the last thing. Now here in the cab, we got our wire right here. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean. Well, it's gonna be better. And this is the switch that I was talking about. One says amber, one says white. I was looking the one that has the 2 LED pots, but I couldn't find it. I don't know how this thing is gonna illuminate. I'm guessing probably this one is gonna illuminate white, this one probably amber. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna test it. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'm gonna have to do something else. Yeah, I ended up getting rid of one of the reds. The reds has full-time power. It's constant power from the battery. So you only need one of them if you are running one of these switches. If you are running, you know, the regular switches that came with the kit, you are fine. You know, you are good to go. I'm running this piece of crap right here that didn't came with any labels or anything, so I have to figure it out which wire work, you know, with any of the switches right here, which wire works, you know, with the parking lights, and it also works with the dimmer, whatever it's called, that thing right there. It's working. The black, it's ground. So then I start playing with the other freaking wires, and I fucked up once, so I have to unhook all these three right here and try to figure it out. As you can see, I label these two wires. These two wires are you know, the white represents, you know, my white lights. The amber represents one pair of amber lights. The red is just constant power, and that's it. Let me show you real quick. You click white, you got the white light over there, turn it off, and then click the amber, and you got amber over there. Or you can do both together. I mentioned, I don't know what to do. Probably I'm gonna leave it like that for now, because I really need to run the other wiring, you know, for the LED bar, for the reverse lights, and put one single 4-gauge terminal right here with all four positives and all four negatives, you know, looking everything nice. If you want to see what I did on my previous GX, I'm gonna leave the link on the description below, how I wire everything very nice. I'm planning to do the same thing here. I was planning to buy a freaking S-Pod, but golly, those things are very expensive for, I don't know. I just, you know, I'm gonna do it the cheap way. You can organize it. It's gonna take you a little bit more time, you know, but it still works. It's still fine. It's very safe. You know, it's plug and play. It's just, you know, this is what it took me a little bit of time right here, trying to figure out how to wire this freaking switch. Alright guys, do this under your own risk, and be careful by touching, you know, the internals of the pattern. As you can see, my finger is showing right there. I'm gonna clean it with a microfiber cloth. It's no big deal. This one came out pretty clean, except in the middle I touched it a little bit, but that's nothing, you know. It matters the inside, you know. As you can see, I already swapped them. I have to do the same thing on this side. Alright guys, I'm gonna call this the moment of the truth. As you can see, only one light has this protector. So I just finished right now swapping the lenses. I'm gonna fire them and see how they're gonna do. Normally when I turn on the switch, the halos come on. See that? Actually right now they're on orange. That's white. So usually, you know, for daily drive they stay white. And you know, the fog lights are off right now. So whenever I turn on the fog lights, they turn amber. And of course, one set of amber LED pods come on as well. These like that, you know, they're like diffusers. They freaking spread the light everywhere. So now we have an extra pair of diffusers, because I'm gonna be using these for, you know, rainy days. So that's really not that bright. I mean, it is bright, but it doesn't bother other drivers. That's the reason I swapped the lens. The reason I ordered another pair of ambers is just, you know, in case it's like heavy, extremely heavy rain, or a lot of fog, or, you know, I have an extra pair that is gonna be a little bit more strong, you know, for those type of weather. And the whites, to be honest, I choose them just, you know, for the regular white, but those are separate on a different switch. But I don't know, I might order another freaking pair of freaking ambers. I don't know, I'm crazy. So that's one pair of ambers. As you can see, it's plenty freaking light. I'm gonna fire the other ambers, and as you can see, the lens that I just swap is like flood, but they are more like a combination to me. because you can see that freaking concentration of light. I'm gonna do the difference. Right there is only the the spot or flood or whatever, and that's the diffusers right there. I'm gonna turn off the other ones. You see the difference? Diffusers and the other ones. So yeah, probably these ones are like combo, spot and flood. See the difference? I'm gonna turn on the white diffusers. Look at that. That's only the white diffusers. And the halos. See that? It's pretty cool. These diffusers, they can go very freaking, like, all the way to the sides and all the way up. See that? I can look straight at them. They don't blind me, to be honest. And I've been driving for years with this type of freaking LED pods. Never have an issue like, other drivers flashing me because, they're bright or something. I didn't have any issue like that. So that's one of the reasons I love them. And that's the same reason I did with those ambers. So pretty good, pretty cool. Now we're gonna go with the ambers. So this is how the ambers look like. Yeah, those are more freaking spicy, the ones inside. I look straight at them, they are a little bit freaking spicy, like, more bright. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if I get closer, if I look straight at them, the freaking LEDs bother me a lot. The other one, not that much. I'm happy. It looks really, really good how the ambers, look like. It distorts a lot the freaking camera. This is pretty much what my eyes see right now. It's dark. You can tell those are more bright. I got a 70% ceramic tint in here. This is 55, so it's gonna be dark. Let me show you. See the difference? But anyways, those are only my halos right there. Those are my low beams, high beams, okay? So I'm gonna turn on only the amber fogs with the amber halos. And as you can see, because it's diffuse lens, you spread the light all around. It's not foggy, this is a time that we don't have fog here. And yeah, and that are the other amber ones that are combination, like flood and spot. Let me go back to the other one, I guess. See the difference? Okay, so we're gonna go back to the whites. Those are only the halos, and these are the white diffusers. And as you can see, those things spread the light all the way to the top. That's like 20 feet, probably 25 feet, or maybe 30 feet. That's the top of the freaking tree. So a lot of difference. See that? Those are my low beams. There is no way you can shine all that. One more time, the diffusers. They are bright, but they don't bother the people. All right. See, where's the switch? Those are the amber, spot and flood, whatever that lens is, and they are dirty. They're a little dirty. So pretty good. Now we're gonna switch the halos and the amber diffusers. Those right there. So not bad, guys. Keep in mind the amber are not as bright the white is because of the color. This is truth amber color. I like that better than the yellow freaking thing. I don't like that. I prefer this. Pretty cool. And as you can see, if we go inside the car, it's gonna be a little darker because of the tint on the windshield. I don't know if you can tell that, but yeah, it's dark in here. Well, not that dark, you know, but still pretty good. Now I'm just gonna drive around with, see it, low beams. That's only the diffusers. You can drive with these things without the freaking low beams. They're very good, very bright, and don't bother the other drivers. You can see all around. That's what I like this lens. Alright, we're gonna switch. So these are the amber diffusers. Pretty good, not as bright the white ones, but I'm pretty sure these are gonna help a lot with the fog. Now I'm gonna do the other ones. These are a little brighter, as you can see, because they send the light a little farther. The diffuser only spread the light around. And of course, we're inside. So outside is a whole different story, you know, because I got dark tint. See that? So keep in mind that they're pretty bright. I like them. Once again, these are only the diffuse amber and the other one. See that? That white is the white halos. So that's why you see the white. Low beams, so you can see I'm not cheating. I'll drive with these amber ones again. And there you have it, guys. That's it for this video. If you want some good quality LED cubes, LED pods, LED bars, LED headlights, bulbs, make sure to visit outbrandproducts.com. They have all that good stuff, good prices, good warranty, and I hope you like this video, guys. And I'm gonna leave all my Aurora projects on the description below if you want to go ahead and check them out. And see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.